So I originally wasn't going to post a video today, but I kind of want to talk about something that's been, I'm going to try not to cry because I don't want to do that. But there's something that I kind of have to accept, and it's really hard, and I don't see a lot of people. There's not a lot of people who have this problem, especially at my young, ripe age of 28, and I kind of just need to really just let it out because it's just gonna eat me alive, and it's really hard to deal with. And maybe if somebody out there deals with this, they can maybe find comfort or feel seen. But I have eye floaters, and I'm not talking about your typical day-to-day, you look at the sky, you see one or two floaters, you look at a white wall. No, I have cobwebs, I have dots, I have a long one in this eye, I have a clump in this eye, and it's really becoming extremely debilitating to live with. I've had 3 eye appointments. The first one, they tried to dilate my eyes, and as soon as they put the numbing drops in, I actually passed out. My body just had a reaction, and I had, I can't pronounce it. It's called syncope. It's a type of fainting where your blood pressure drops and you're out. So they couldn't dilate my eyes, and it sucks because I do want to get my eyes dilated so I can get a full analysis of what's going on inside my eye. But passing out's not fun, especially the type of passing out that I've have experienced. Previous to getting my eyes checked out, actually, I went to the hospital because this kind of all happened at once. I cracked my neck really bad, and so my neck had really bad pain, and then I started getting eye floaters, and that started freaking me out. But when I was getting my neck checked, they went to go put the IV in my arm, and for some reason, I was extremely triggered by that, which is rare because normally I'm fine. My relationship with needles are kind of 50-50, but normally I'm good. Prior to this, I had my first panic attack. So when I started feeling weird, I looked at my arm and I just felt really weird. And I'm like, oh, it's a panic attack. So I shot myself up really fast, and then next thing you know, I'm back against the wall, eyes wide open, passed out completely. And so moving forward, I had my eye appointment, passed out, we couldn't do it. I had to go home because I was just so sick. I ended up throwing up the moment I got home. I was just not feeling well. And then I ended up going back later. They didn't do any dilation. They didn't do any numbing drops. They just took pictures with this machine that takes pictures of the back of your eyes. And the eye doctor said that he saw nothing wrong. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I ended up going back yesterday. He took more pictures. They wanted to dilate my eyes or at least numb them to take the pressure. And I was like, I can't. I'm not in the mood for passing out. I don't want to. And even then yesterday he said everything looks fine. It doesn't look like there's a detachment or a tear. I go back in 2 months. My main worry is obviously it's making life very difficult. I don't want to leave my room because my room's dark and that's the only time I don't see them. And the thing with eye floaters is they're more prominent when light is reflecting in the eye, and it makes me not want to it makes me not want to go outside, and it makes me not want to live my life. And that's so I'm only 28, and it just, every time I think that I'm not going to get a new eye floater, I get new ones, and they make me freak out. But, I just got off Reddit, which is probably not the place to be, but also the place to be, because people are going to post their stories, and I saw a lot of good stories about people saying how, they're still there, but, they barely notice them anymore, and they're not as prominent. But there's a lot of people, too, who are yeah, for the first few years, it was really debilitating and depressing, and it's something that, it's interesting. It's an interesting thing that I've never really experienced, and it's just really hard to deal with because I want to live. I want to go outside. I want to look at the sky, and I want to vibe outside without having to wear glasses or without having to worry of oh my god, did my my retina detach? Am I gonna go blind? Am I gonna start seeing flashes? Because that was my first initial thought was, do I have retina detachment? And for all I know, I probably could, because I am so afraid to get my eyes dilated because I passed out. But I think if my eye floaters proceed to get worse, I think I might just cave in and get them dilated, get the drops, numb the eyes, even if I do pass out, because I just need that peace of mind, you know? So, yeah, if you've had eye floaters, I guess comment your experience. I don't really know. I'm really zoned out right now. I just got done like really crying and just feeling hopeless because they started back in like I think September, like the end of September. Because I did have a job in November, and that's kind of when I first started seeing them and getting them, and yeah. So I really need to go buy contacts so I can buy some new sunglasses that are a little bit more darker. That won't bother me as much. But yeah, it's just really hard and difficult, and not a lot of people my age kind of deal with that. So you can't really find anybody to relate. Thank God for the internet, though, because you can find people who have gone through it and you can hear their stories, and there's a lot of hope. Like, there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of people that say, like, they've gotten used to them. They're not, like, as, like, depressed as they used to be. I don't want to cry. And it's, like, it's so funny, because it's, like, there's people out there that have, like, literal illnesses that they're gonna die, like, at any point. And I'm like, ooh, my floaters suck. Which the floaters don't even cause any harm to your eyes, but it's still, like, super debilitating and makes it really hard to live a day-to-day life. So I'm not gonna dismiss it just because I'm not dying, because it's still, it's like a learning curve. It's a new way of living. So anyways, before I start crying again, I should probably get off of here. But if you've experienced eye floaters like that are chronic, that really bug you, you're not alone. I'm obviously not in a place to be positive right now because it's still very new and very hard to deal with, but I'm hoping that things will get better. And when they do, I'll probably make a video about it. Most likely. So, yeah. I'm gonna go probably get something to eat because I haven't ate all day, and it's like 3:30. I slept till 1 because I was so depressed I didn't want to get out of bed. So, yeah, check it. Have a good day.